Okay, I think we're live. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear the game? I think the game audio should be set pretty low right now, but if it's too high, let me know. Anyway, I've got over 400 hours in this game now. Lockdown is still going strong in the UK, so I'm still playing this with my friends almost every day. And it hasn't gotten boring, because we keep trying out new annoying strategies that we see on YouTube. Every time we see something stupid that a player has done in a competitive match that kind of worked, we always want to try it out, even if the other team usually doesn't appreciate it. So this time I'm going to show off a few replays. And I don't know, if people are interested, maybe I'll even play a match, but I don't think that would go very well. I don't think I could talk and play this at the same time. That would be a bit beyond my abilities. But anyway, we're getting pretty highly rated as a team. We're up to 1800 ELO, and individually we're still not great. We're still about 1000, which is kind of like the average player, well, average ranked player. The average ranked player who plays ranked matches is still usually a lot more skilled than all the people who don't, who only play casual matches. But anyway, let's get some replays going, and then I can talk while that's happening. Did I try the Goth Dark Age rush? I actually haven't. I haven't tried any Dark Age rushes. Maybe that's something I can try later. I'm not that quick because I don't bother learning any build orders. I don't memorize exactly how to do my starts as optimized as possible. So getting anything done in the Dark Age would be pretty tricky for me. But I mean, I'm happy to try it. I'm still learning new stuff. Anyway, let's start with a game I played earlier today. It's on what's the map? It's on, what am I looking at? Yeah, it's on Steppe. Yeah, that's the map. In this map, you don't start with a town center. You just start with a lot of villagers, and you get to choose where to start your town. So that leads to some funny shenanigans. So for this match, I picked the Persian civilization because they have some bonuses that help quite a lot on this map. Their town center has a bit of extra HP, and they also start with a bit of extra resources, which makes it perfect for building your town center next to the enemy town center. And a lot of players don't know how to deal with that. And a lot of them surrender immediately when they realize that your town center is stronger. And they usually get pretty angry about that, and they say that I'm ruining the game for everyone. But some other people don't. They keep playing, and sometimes they beat me because I like, my economy's at a serious disadvantage if I spend all my time wandering the map while the enemy gets started, you know. Anyway, here I figured the enemy's supposed to start opposite me on the map. They usually do. You know, the map's usually symmetrical. But this one time, I was not lucky at all. Turns out the enemy is not where I thought they were, so I just wasted all that time walking all of my villagers to the wrong place. So they're not building anything, that means they're just wasting time. Meanwhile, I set my horse over here, and I found some houses, and I realized, oh, the enemy's all the way down here somewhere. So, not a great start for me. I wasted a lot of time. So, let's see how this goes. Oh, someone's telling me in the chat to pronounce it ELO instead of ELO. Yeah, I do pronounce it ELO. I just want to make sure that, like, you know, people who don't know anything about Age of Empires kind of know what I'm talking about. But, yeah, I guess ELO makes more sense. It's funny, though, because it's actually from chess, and I'm watching the documentary about the chess master versus the Deep Blue computer by Down the Rabbit Hole, which is a good YouTube channel that makes really in-depth kind of documentary videos. So yeah, that's a good video worth watching. Anyway, here's me building my town center next to their town center, and I'm sending my horse to scout them and see what they're doing, making sure they're not running away, because if they run away, that makes things really hard for you. So I'm building a wall over here so they can't come and attack me, which they're not really trying to do, so I'm a bit curious as to what they're doing. I suspect that they're going to run away, so I position my horse at the back of their base to make sure I can keep an eye on them. And I'm walling over here. But so far they've been totally quiet. They haven't reacted to me at all, which is always makes me nervous when I don't know what the enemy's doing. But anyway, here we go. This is what it all boils down to. The Persian town center has 4,800 HP, while a normal town center only has 2,400. Oh, that's actually a big difference. I didn't realize the difference was that big. I thought it was only 50% more. It's actually twice as much HP. So, yeah. It's a bit of a jerk move, and a lot of players hate it. But anyway, here you can see, I didn't manage to build my wall in time, and these villagers managed to get out, which really frustrated me. I was like, no, maybe I can keep building this wall. You know, so I give it a go, but no, they don't let me do it. They're paying attention. I'm like, maybe I can build it? No, I can't do it. Can't build my wall. I just barely missed it, man. If I managed to build it just a bit faster, they would have been trapped in their base. But now, I'm just like, you know, wasting my time here trying to destroy their town center. Meanwhile, their villagers are clearly escaping. So this isn't working for me. So I figure, yeah, I'm gonna have to start playing the game normally and just collecting some resources, because this is not gonna be over as fast as I wanted it to be. So get the boar, get the sheep, keep an eye on these guys. I stole some of their sheep. They're annoyed. They're gonna try to stab my horse here. I mean, look at this. Who attacks a horse? Look. There, see? Stabbing the horse in the guts. Terrible. Luckily, it's not that easy to kill a horse. Someone's asking, I made EBF1 totally alone? I mean, yeah, you can read the credits to see like who helped me if you want. That's what the credits are for. But yeah, pretty much like all the programming and arts is done by me. Am I the new T90 replacement? I wish. T90 is obviously a lot better at the game than I am, and he's also a lot better at talking. He's I really like his commentary. He's quite a funny guy without being like too edgy either. Like his streams are kind of they're safe for kids, but they're still quite funny sometimes. So I respect people who can make like content that's entertaining for adults and kids at the same time. Anyway, they've decided to set up their new town center here, which is not very far away from me, but I realize I'm gonna need some wood so that I can drop another town center on them. They've already been collecting wood for a while, and I should have been doing it as soon as I saw that they were doing it, so I'm a bit behind now. And they've killed my horse. My horse finally goes down, which kind of sucks because I like that horse. And here the villagers come out to stab my villager again. They won't let me build any walls. They're too smart for that. I already lost my chance to build a wall, which really sucks because now there's no containing them anymore. Have the score on. Oh yeah, sorry. I should have had the score on. Yeah. So, for most of this game, my score is higher, which kind of gave me the confidence to keep playing, because so far I did not feel like I was doing anything right. Like, I keep messing up, they keep getting away, and it's just not looking good for me. Like, look at all this time I'm wasting. My villagers are just standing around, trying to fight the enemy villagers. I mean, look at this. Look at all this time we're wasting. Instead of collecting resources, we're just shuffling our villagers around. I send my injured villager back home because she shouldn't fight, she might die. So I just try to waste their time with these 3 villagers. It's not really getting anywhere, but whatever, I just had to call them back. Did I watch the Google Mind Alpha Star StarCraft 2 AI videos? Yeah, I did actually watch some of those videos. I don't play StarCraft, but the guy was like explaining the game really well as he was streaming those videos. So like they're worth watching even if you don't know about StarCraft. He explains exactly what's happening really well, so you can follow along. And it was really funny, like, watching the AI do things that a human wouldn't do, and sometimes they worked, sometimes they didn't. Like, it tried to build walls with buildings, but it didn't fully understand how to do that, so it left gaps in them. It was a really cool set of videos. And people have been asking for Age of Empires to, like, do the same thing, like, for the developer team to train an AI to play this game. But so far, they haven't done that. But anyway, I put my new town center here, and he sent some militia on me, but militia are really weak. They can take out like 1 villager if they're lucky. They're mostly just for distracting you because they can't really do that much damage unless you just leave them alone. Anyway, this guy's playing this like pretty chill, man. He's like not panicking at all. He's just... Every time I move my town center, he just moves his base. He does not care at all. Here's another villager fight. Check this out. You know, who needs to build military? You know, you guys thought you had to build, like, men-at-arms and, like, scouts and stuff? No, this is how you play the game. You just go fight with your villagers. See, I lost one of mine, but then, do I actually get any kills here? I don't know if I do. That was not a very good exchange for me. And then more villagers showed up. But the fact that he's sent more villagers into battle than I have means that his economy is suffering more because those villagers aren't doing anything useful. Anyway, here I get impatient and I just start attacking this with my villagers as well. And I was lucky there. My villagers almost started to die when when their villagers had to run out of the burning building. If buildings get to low HP, they have to eject all the units that are hiding inside them, so that's what happened there, and I got really lucky that it happened just in time. Anyway, I figured this guy must be close to surrendering now, right? I've killed a couple of his villagers. I'm trying to kill this one over here. But no, he's escaped too far. Like, this guy, I mean, even though he's a bit behind, he is not going to surrender. He's not going to let me have this victory. He is very stubborn, as a lot of players are when you do annoying strategies to them. I figure a lot of players don't surrender as quickly as they would otherwise, just because they're so annoyed at you for, like, trying this on them. I mean, like, look at these guys, you know, they've got half their HP, but they don't care. They're just gonna keep playing like nothing's happening. Oh, and I still have this enemy barracks right in my town. You know, I just leave this here. It can create men-at-arms and, well, just militia at the moment. But, you know, I don't care. Look, they're just standing there attacking a house. They're useless. Useless. They're not even a threat. And, you know, I just let them do it because I don't care. My villagers are nice and safe, hiding behind a house, chopping wood. Meanwhile, I'm getting a bit frustrated here because my plan totally failed, and now the enemy's score is higher than mine, which means he's got a good economy going. His base is probably nice and established somewhere. Oh, am I gonna get this guy? Probably gonna get him, but I think that other one's gonna get away. There you go. But yeah, lost the other one, so where did they go? I don't know. One big disadvantage you have with this strategy is once the enemy runs away, you have no idea where their base is after that, but they know exactly where your base is. Your base is where their base used to be. So if they want to come back and attack me, they know exactly where I am, but I have to go out and look for them now. Meanwhile, I figure, you know, I've got a slightly more established base. I better get ahead of the game here and collect as many resources as I can and get to the next age. Get stronger units out, and hopefully I can go find them with an army before they've had time to rebuild all their stuff. But, it doesn't go quite that well for me, as you'll see. These militia eventually break in here, but turns out militia are kind of useless. I mean, look at this. They can't even take down the villagers. Ha. So, the other player actually gets to the feudal age before I do. But I'm not worried, he can't possibly have that many resources, right? Oh, there's a lot of comments. Let's see. Everyone's talking about Minecraft and Skyrim. No, guys, this game's a bit older than you think. This game's probably from before your time. Age of Empires 2 is actually 20 years old. So, unless you're like 30, you probably don't remember this game, like, from your childhood. Yeah, it's like the year 2000, but in the future, exactly. Teutonic Knights take more hits from the average infantry unit than a house. Yeah, yeah, Teutonic Knights have a lot of armor. They're very strong units, but they're also very slow. You don't see them very often in serious games, but when they're used properly, they're pretty scary. This was your second ever PC game? Like, yeah, this was one of the most popular PC games ever when it came out. Like, this game and Roller Coaster Tycoon and Heroes of Might and Magic 3, like, those were all super big games at the time, and, like, everyone had to play them at some points. Anyway, this part of the match is kind of boring. Maybe I should speed forward a bit. Since at this point I'm thinking I don't know what to do. I just need to hope that my economy is a bit stronger than theirs and I can get knights out. So what I do here is I try to fast castle, which means I try to get to the castle age as fast as possible. So instead of building a barracks, I build the bare minimum amount of buildings that I need to get to the next age, which is a market and a blacksmith, because that is the cheapest way you can get to the castle age. But it means I don't have any military buildings, so I can't create an army just yet. And some enemy scouts just appeared here and tried to attack my farms, but then they got scared and ran away. So I realized that they were going to come up here, so I start building a wall. And I get that wall up just in time. See, the wall doesn't have to be finished, I just have to hit each segment of the wall with a hammer a few times, and that makes it strong enough to stop scouts anyway, because scouts can't take down a wall very fast. I don't know what this is. I thought I would make a small section of wall just to make it a bit harder to attack me, but that's not going to do very much in practice. I don't know. I thought maybe he would be stupid enough to like come through this bottleneck and get attacked by the town center. But no, he didn't do that. He just deletes his mill. Did you see that, guys? He deleted his own building to get into my base. And I totally should have expected that. Like, I don't know why I didn't just wall here. I totally should have. So that was dumb. So I'm thinking, at this point I'm thinking, this player, he actually knows how to play, and he's not messing around with me. And he is not at all, like, discouraged by how the game started. Like, he is determined. He's not going to give up. Even though I'm slightly ahead, he's trying to make a comeback. And I have no army, and he's picking off my villagers, killing my farmers. But I'm thinking, nah, it's fine. Everything will be okay. I'm gonna build a barracks, you know? That's what I'm gonna do. He's obviously not paying attention too well, because his scouts get killed by my town center here. But they did the damage. They killed like 3 or 4 villagers, which is, you know, pretty painful. If I walled off my base properly, like I should have, then this wouldn't have happened. Because scouts cannot knock down walls very well. Anyway, I'm gonna crack open a beer. Wow, that was a noisy can. Anyway, I got rid of the scouts, got a stable up, and I'm in Castle Age. It's pretty important to get in Castle Age first if you want to rush the enemy with some powerful units. I want to get the knights out as soon as possible because they're fast and I can hopefully find his base before he's ready. I've heard a lot of like younger players criticize Age of Empires because the units are not very smart. Like they don't automatically do anything intelligent on their own. Like villagers, they won't collect resources very cleverly unless you tell them exactly where to go. Like if you tell them like exactly which trees to go to, they can do it much more efficiently than on their own. Like you want to make sure they're evenly spread out. They're not all clumped together, because if they're clumped together, they start bumping into each other. So there's a lot of micromanagement in this game. You have to kind of tell all your dudes exactly what to do if you want to get the most out of them, if you want to play more efficiently. So there's like a huge, a ton of space to improve. Anyway, my knight found some villagers here. Like no matter how fast you get at playing this game, you could always be faster, because obviously you have too many units to like control all of them at once. So just being able to like command more units at a time and just like switch between them really fast is a big part of the skill in this game. Like as soon as this guy sees that his villagers are being attacked by my knight, you know, he tells them all to run away. He tells one to run in the other direction to kind of keep my knight busy. And now I don't know where they went. I'm lost. Meanwhile, I found his base over here with my knight, but he obviously expected knights, so he's built camels, which for some reason, camels beat horses. So the more you know, the video game logic. Anyway, I thought maybe 2 knights can beat 2 camels, but no. The camels completely destroy me here. That was a bad fight. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just ran away. But then I think, you know, I'm never going to defeat camels with knights, so I better do another annoying tactic, which is, you know, I'll just buy some stone at the market and build a castle, you know? When do I do that? There, I bought the stone, got my stone, I delete my wall, and it's go time. There's my villagers. You know, the villagers are kind of your most destructive units because they're so unpredictable. You know, they can protect your base by building walls really quickly, or they can just run into the enemy base and build a castle right in their base. So here, I put the castle here so it can reach pretty much anywhere in there, and I also build a house here so that archers can't jump out of this archery range on my side. They would have to exit the building on their side. These camels are kind of they're kind of curious, but they don't want to engage. They're not quite ready to fight this. Got archers over here showing up, but it's too late. This castle's going up. And unfortunately, the castle can't reach the town center. And I very stupidly keep forgetting that castles get upgrades like archers do. So if I wanted the castle to shoot farther, I should build an archery range and get all the archer upgrades. But I always forget that's how it works, so I never do that. I'm just like, okay, I need to build another castle here because this one's too far away. So instead of doing the smart thing and getting my archer upgrades, I just, you know, think, oh, I need to go get more stone or something and build a new castle. But anyway, this guy's not giving up this base. Like, I kill a few of these villagers, and I thought maybe he will try to retreat with the rest or something, but no, he's like, I'm holding on to this little patch of land. You know, this is my base, and I'm going to protect it with my camels. I'm not letting you have it. So I was like really surprised this whole match. Like, why isn't this guy giving up? You know, I'm slightly ahead of him, and he's had a really rough start. Like, surely he can't think he can win this, right? My score's a lot higher than him, but he's holding on. So I'm very curious, like, does he have a base anywhere else? Like, I'm looking around here, I don't see anything. AI in Age of Empires, artificial incompetence. Yeah, the AI is it's a bit weird. Like when you're controlling the units, the pathfinding is a bit clunky. Like they don't always move how you would expect them to. Like if you select a bunch of units and tell them to move somewhere, they don't all move there immediately. They always try to kind of make a formation first, and sometimes that formation is really annoying because it causes some of them to run into danger before running away. So there's a lot of weird quirks with the pathfinding, but the computer playing the game, the enemy AI, is totally ridiculous. It doesn't play like a human at all, and it's not very fun to play against. Anyway, I try to build a castle here, then I realize, no, that's a stupid idea, and I cancel it. The reason that's a stupid idea is because the villagers are in range of this town center, so they can easily be hit with arrows, and they'll probably all die before the castle is finished. So I figured, if I destroy this building, I can build the castle here. That won't take too long, and he doesn't seem too concerned, but he is sending his camels in. But no, they don't want to die under the castle fire. Anyway, while that's happening, I'm trying to manage my base, but I'm obviously not doing a very good job, because look, I've just got villagers standing around doing nothing. I've got 9 villagers just standing doing nothing, which is a complete waste of time. They should be collecting this gold or something like that. But, you know, it's hard to do a lot of things at once. That's just how it is. Anyway, building a castle, because I don't know what else to do. I honestly can't, like, tell what the other guy's thinking right now, because I'm thinking he should resign. He's probably, like, trapped in here. Like, if his entire base isn't here, then, you know, I just have to wall him in and make sure he can't escape. I built houses here, so he has no escape routes over there. And I figured, you know, I've trapped him in. I just need to grind away at him, and I'll win for sure. Then I realize, wait, there's enemy knights in my base. What is this? Where did they come from? He was building camels, so why does he have knights? So I kind of figure, wait a second. This is not his main base. He must have another base somewhere else that I just haven't found yet. So I'm kind of searching for his new base here. I'm thinking I'll just build another castle when I find it. And meanwhile, these knights come over here, they start killing all of my dudes. Which sucks, because they were collecting stone, and I like stone, because I like building castles. It's my favorite thing to do. So over here, I've wasted all of my resources building these castles just to take down this tiny little base that's not even that important. Meanwhile, he has knights out of nowhere, and it's not looking too good for me at this point. So I figure, yeah, it's time for me to build camels now. Here's a good example of 2 villagers building houses right in time to stop the knights. Villagers are overpowered, man. They're magical, you know? In 1 second they can erect a building right in front of them and block any units that are trying to kill them. You know, if an army of knights is coming at you, just do that. Just build a house in front of you. Look at this. Oh, no, they're running away. She gave up. She started the house and then figured, nah, it's not worth it. This guy's building a house though. Look, he's like, okay, I'm gonna plug this gap here. And now they can barely get in. I don't know why they're attacking this house in particular. That holds no strategic advantage at all. He really wants me to get me off the stone over here. But I'm like, haha, I have a castle here. I like building castles. I mean, it's lazy, but it's just fun, you know? If you build a castle, you don't really have to worry about it. You don't have to go back and see what it's doing. It just sits there and fires arrows. Oh, very important here, attacking the farms, you know? You can't let those farms live. And then, as soon as I get greedy, try to kill a villager, the camels show up. Right. Anyway, I figured, yeah, finally it's time to build a wall here. A wall of houses. Because why would you build a wall when you can just build houses? Anyway, I finally have enough camels to fight back against the knights. And they just run away. What he should have done is he should have brought his camels over. But his camels are still guarding this base over here. Alright, let's fast forward a little bit. I attack this house because I have nothing else to do. I'm just waiting for to collect a bit more resources, build some more camels. And what's this? A knight was killed here. I figure, yeah, I'm gonna go fight with the camels over here. Camels versus camels, right? Easy. Except it's not that easy, because he's got a surprise. He's got a monk! And the monk's just messing around, but he gets over there and he starts doing monk magic. And he's trying to convert my camels. So even if I had the upper hand, that monk kind of takes away my upper hand because he can convert camels to his team. Anyway, I get really impatient here, and I'm just like, nope, building another castle. I'm gonna build a castle just to kill that one monk. So, I managed to kill the monk, get the castle up, not too many losses, not too bad. Just barely made it though, like my army is... Yeah, I'm down to the last camel there. Oh, where did this camel come from? He was hiding somewhere. Oh, he just came out of the stable, actually. But anyway, castle's up, the villagers are running away. But look at this! What are they doing? They're building a wall. And if you make everything visible for a second, you can see they've made a base over here, and they're walling themselves in. So this guy is just kind of wasting my time, stalling as much as possible, when it turns out his real army is on the other side of the map. His real base is actually over here. Surprise! Like, he's got his castle, he's got 2 town centers, and he's got these guys, Mangudai. They're really strong cavalry archers. And if he gets a huge army of these, they're really hard to deal with, because they kill almost everything in one hit and then run away. So I'm over here, wasting my time, building all these castles just to take down this tiny little town. It turns out he's actually living out his dream life over here. Building a university... Probably to get murder holes. You need universities to get all the cool upgrades, like letting your castle shoot directly at its base. But now I'm like, okay, you know, time to try something new. All right, let's put Fog of War back on. Okay, there, that's what I see. So I'm gonna plop a castle right here. Got my camels to defend my villagers. I don't know he has cavalry archers yet, so I'm in for a rude surprise. I found his town center, and I realized, no, I'm not going to put the castle up there. That's a bad idea. I delete the castle. I waste a bit of resources, and I think, no, I'm going to put the castle here, right in his face. He's not going to like that. So now things get interesting because the cavalry archers show up, the Mangudai, and I realize I have to sacrifice my camels here to keep them away, because they're going to pick off my villagers really fast. So I'm thinking, even if I lose all of my camels, it'll be worth it as long as this castle goes up. Look, they kill the villagers in one hit. Oh, only got 3 camels left. It's looking tight. Uh-oh. Oh no. Uh-oh. Here they come. They're killing my villagers. Oh no. Oh no, but the castle is made! I did it! I got a castle up. So that was pretty exciting. Saying that Mangadai are really strong cavalry archers is like saying that Thanos was a pretty mean guy. Nice. That's how I lose my friends. Anyway, like, when someone puts a castle right in your base like this, the smartest response is to just build your own castle half the time. But he made the big mistake of building his castle a bit too close, and my castle's shooting his villagers. Look at that! He lost like 5 or 6 villagers just because he made it a bit too close. He should have positioned them all on the other side of the castle so they would have been out of reach. But anyway, this guy, he doesn't take too kindly to this, and he throws a lot of resources at getting rid of this castle. So I'm going to speed it up for a second. Actually, before that, let's see what else is happening. Nothing's happening in my town. Okay, the rest of the map is quiet. So here we go. Battering ram appears, and I take out my villagers to kill the battering ram, because battering rams, they're immune to arrows pretty much. So I have to stab them with the villagers. But then these guys, they're still around. So this is tricky. Look, watch this. My villagers come out, they stab the battering ram, and they hide. They come out, they hit the battering ram a few times, and then they get back in the castle. I love this. This is the best part of the game. I mean, just look at this. They can You can't hit them. You can't hit them with arrows because they just jump back in the castle. Look at that. The video game logic. That's how it's done. Oh, they send more battering rams. Oh no, they got one of my villagers. Yeah, I can't do this forever though, because this requires paying attention to this castle at all times, and obviously I can't manage the rest of my economy and army if I'm just paying attention to these 3 villagers for the whole game. So he's realized that I'm distracted and I'm not paying attention here. And I'm not really putting up much of a fight anymore to protect this castle. And my villagers are out and they're dead. See, what my castle should have been doing is it should have been attacking the Mangadai. But instead, it's just been attacking the town center, and since I wasn't paying attention, I didn't tell it to attack something else. So, that sucks. Alright, so I'm thinking, okay, if this guy amasses a big army of these Mangadai, I'm going to be in trouble. So I'm going to have to make this defensive castle here, hopefully delay him. Just built it right in time to see his army coming. So that will hopefully keep him busy for a second. And then I'm building archery ranges. Because if I build enough archery ranges, I can build skirmishers really fast. And skirmishers will counter Mangadai, but only if I have a lot of them. So I've stored up a lot of wood and food, so I'm thinking, yeah, I'm good. I'm just going to build 5 archery ranges, get all the archer upgrades as fast as I possibly can, and just pump out an army to counter what I saw back there. Like, I've got camels, but camels aren't going to be enough against those guys. So, like, every time you see the enemy pull out a new type of unit, you have to build whatever counters that unit as fast as you possibly can. Especially if it's something that scales really well. If you get a lot of archers and they turn into a big death ball, there's almost nothing you can do about it. Unless you get a few lucky shots with some onagers. Anyway, they don't know what's coming. They don't know that I'm building these guys, these skirmishers. See, they're pretty much useless except for killing archers. They kill archers very well, but they can't really do anything else. Look at them throwing spears at that house. Well, I guess they killed the house. Good for them. Here we go. This guy is trying to take out another castle. He thinks it's going to be easy, but here comes my army. It's time for the final showdown. And I'm like, nope, nope, taking those out. And then he realizes, oh no, I have skirmishers. But now he's getting out of here. If I was Spanish, I could have won with just villagers. I'm gonna have to try that at some point, actually, to be honest. Because the Spanish get they get more upgrades for their villagers that make them really bulky. I don't know the details, but I think they become really hard to kill. So that might be something I'll have to try at some point. Just Spanish villagers run into the enemy base. Anyway, let's fast forward here. Getting my army ready. I'm trying to get to Imperial Age now because that's the only way I'm going to be able to attack them. I send these camels in over here, right? And it's a bit too late because they're already here. The Mangudai are everywhere. I kill about 2 villagers and I decide, nope, I'm getting out of here before all my camels get slaughtered. Nope, 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 going home. Goodbye. Meanwhile, I see this. They've got barracks, and that really makes me panic because it means they're probably going to build infantry to counter my my skirmishers. So I'm like, okay, that means I need to start building archers now. So yeah, now I'm building crossbowmen because as Persians, you get a little upgrade that means crossbowmen don't cost any gold; they only cost wood. So I figure, you know, time to start pumping those out as well in case I need them. Anyway, I make it to Imperial Age, which means I can start making trebuchets, which are, well, you'll see. They're very good at taking out buildings from far away, which means the enemy will be forced to fight my army, or just slowly lose. But the other guy, he got into Imperial Age around the same time I did, so it was pretty even, like, this whole time. Though his score is a lot lower. At this point, I don't think there was much he could do, though. I mean, he doesn't have an army that can take on my army. And now that my trebs are out, his castles are going to go down fast. And he's just a sitting duck now. Just waiting for the end. Inca villagers better for early game. Yeah, I've not practiced the tower rushes with Inca villagers yet. That's something I also want to play around with later. I could have built Scorpion to back up my skirmishers. Yeah, that's true. I could have. But I figured you know, I already had a lot of different units by this point. I don't know if I could mix in even more. Mangudai snipe trebs. Yeah, they do. Yeah, those cavalry archers, they take out siege weapons very fast. So if they got close enough to shoot at my trebs, they could take them out really fast. But you know, they'd probably all die to these guys. Skirmishers would make pretty quick work of them if they got within range. Oh, here we go. The mangonel. If you don't pay attention, those mangonels can take out a huge chunk of your army. But if you are paying attention, then you can just tell your army to move out of the way. See? And you're fine. No problem. A lot of stuff going on here. I try to take this out, I lose some of my guys, I get really frustrated here. and just I want to take them out as quickly as possible, and I just stop dodging. And he calls GG. He gives up. He surrenders. About time. But this guy, he really hung in there. Like, you know, a lot of players just give up as soon as they see the town center drop in the beginning. But not this guy, he just kept playing. And he played pretty well. Like, this is kind of the best strategy I've seen so far against town center drops. Is you evacuate your villagers as quickly as possible, and you just set up multiple bases around the map that make you really hard to find. So that makes things really tricky for me. Like, I played another guy like this before who did a similar thing, except he won because I didn't really know how to play as the Persians. But now I do. Now I realize that if my town center drop doesn't work, I have to quickly adapt and just play a normal game after that. Anyway, that's the town center drop. A lot of people hate it, but the people who actually put up a good fight, they make a really interesting match out of it. So that's that, and I'm gonna show you another really annoying strategy that we've been practicing. Me and my friends like to play 4v4s quite a lot, so we figured out how to do elephants. So I'll show you how that goes. So this map is Hideout. See, it looks like this. Everyone starts with a wooden wall and a forest, which means you can't attack them too early, right? Everyone has a bit of safe time at the start of the game. And what someone on YouTube pointed out is that if you play as the Malay, you can get to Castle Age pretty fast and pump out elephants much faster than any other civilization. But not the strongest elephants, but you can pump out the most of them in a very short amount of time. So if you put all of your energy into creating elephants as soon as possible, you can surprise the enemy and pretty much steamroll their entire town before they even have a chance to build an army. And since we're playing 4v4, one player can do that, and the other players can just back them up. So what we have is, I go for elephants as soon as possible and nothing else. The guy next to me goes for archers to back up my elephants. And the two guys on the other side of the map, they just do whatever they want. They just play their side how they want to. They just need to buy us a bit of time, really, while we do our thing. Your sister owned a trebuchet, but you had to sell it? Like a real one, or like a kind of... Like, did it work? Because I saw a guy on YouTube make one. But, like, not a full-sized one, a kind of, like, man-sized one. When the town center falls, you make a swastika out of the farms. I have not seen that in a game yet, but that would be hilarious, to be honest. Malay are the Zerg of Age of Empires 2. Next to the Goths. Wow. Anyway, I'm gonna speed through this a little bit. So the key to doing a Malay elephant rush is to get the bare minimum of everything and just build 2 stables and pump out elephants as soon as you reach Castle Age. So what I do is I make my houses along the wall here, so it's hard for enemies to attack me, even if they have archers. And the only 2 upgrades you get are 1 lumberjack upgrade and 1 cavalry armor upgrade, which makes your elephants a little bit bulkier. And once you have enough wood to make all the buildings and farms you need, then you just put all of your villagers on gold and food, and you stop making new villagers because they cost food, and then you just build elephants. That's it. But I just remembered, in this match, it doesn't go perfectly, and the enemy attacks me pretty early on, to my surprise. And my plan is kind of interrupted a little bit. and I'm forced to prematurely ejaculate my elephants out the gates. But that's me getting a little bit ahead of myself. Meanwhile, what are my allies doing? Not much. They're not attacking yet. My scout's being attacked by 2 enemy scouts. They're very annoyed that I'm trying to figure out what they're doing. Let's turn that off. Okay, so now that my scout's dead, I have no idea what they're doing anymore. It's all darkness to me. I think they're trying to hide that they're attacking early. Oh, and one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to build your stables too close to your wall, because the enemy can then see what you're doing. They'll see that you're building elephants. So build like your barracks and your blacksmith along the wall for defense, but you know, your military buildings, hide them a bit further in. Here's my allies' archers showing up to help, but they've been killed because look, enemy archers. They're attacking me early. I'm not ready yet. I'm not in Castle Age. I need Castle Age to build elephants. I need a few more minutes, man. I need like 5 more minutes to be ready. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna build a house here. Maybe later. She's not. Nah, she doesn't care. She'll build that house later. She went to pick up 2 berries, and then she came back to finish the house. See, I cannot let these guys in. They're starting to swarm, but I need to buy more time for the elephant strategy to work. It's too early, man. So my gate's gone down, and now this one house is my last line of defense against this army. My friend's sending over a few archers here, but it's not enough, right? They're all working together. There's 3 enemy players here. So that's not looking good for me. I'm not going to have time to get my elephants out. I'm not even producing them yet. I'm still going up to Castle Age. Alright, let's fast forward a little bit. These archers they're intent on killing this house. I send a villager to fix the house, but they don't notice. But I think the next time they will notice. Here we go. Oh, they kill her. She didn't get to the house. So at this point I realize, oh no. We need to fight. I don't have any elephants yet. I only have 2. But anyway, my friend here, he sacrifices his army. He's got a few skirmishers. And then look, rams! Rams have appeared. And then I realize, oh no. I have to prematurely send my elephants out. I only have 4. I was planning to send out 15 elephants. But I had to let them out when I have 4. And these spearmen, they jump out of the battering ram. Look at this. My elephant strategy has been thwarted. I'm like, no, they've ruined my plan. They didn't let me build enough elephants. But then I realized, wait a second. My elephants are killing everything. I don't need 15. I have enough right here. Look at this. They're all running away. And we decide we have to attack now. We have to attack with, you know, just 5 or 6 elephants. That's all we get. No time to wait for 15. We're going in. Despite everything, my elephants are still coming out pretty fast. They're just popping out of the stables. I'm kind of waiting here for a second. Maybe I can get a few more elephants out before it's time for the attack. But ideally what I've heard is you want about 15 elephants because that pretty much guarantees victory. But here I have only 10 elephants, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna go for it. That's enough. So here we go. Your slow-moving, massive, deadly elephants. Oh yeah, I was called back to fight these knights here. Oh look, they opened the gate for me. That was very nice of them. See, this is what the elephant strategy looks like when the enemy doesn't let you do it properly. And it's still working really well. I mean, look at this. The blue guys and the green guys, they can't do anything to my elephants. They're too bulky, they have too much HP. Look at this, I'm moving into their base. Taking their archers down one by one. I think my friend lost most of his army, but my elephants, they're fine. I still have all my elephants, that's all that matters. And this is with only 10 elephants. Imagine if I managed to build 15. If they didn't force me to, Oh, you know, things are going well when I need to build more houses because my elephants haven't been killed. And this is what it looks like when only 8 elephants reach your town center. Look, the enemy surrendered from just 8 elephants and he gave up. Oh, and then another player gave up. And then a third player gave up. And let's turn all visible on. And you know, that's how the elephant strategy goes. As soon as the elephants get in, a lot of players just surrender immediately because there's nothing to be done. But of course, there's always one guy that refuses to surrender and he drags the match out, so we have to go teach him a lesson. Here I'm destroying all of Blue's buildings just to put my score higher. Like, he's already surrendered. He's no threat to me, but, you know, destroying his buildings still gives me more points. So why not? Meanwhile, my allies are trying to get this player to surrender, but he doesn't want to surrender. He'd rather... Oh, there he goes. Okay. Good. Took him a bit longer, but there was nothing he could do on his own. Anyway, this is not a fluke. This is pretty much how every game goes with the elephant strategy. I'll show you another one real quick. I'll fast forward this one. So pretty much same strategy as before. I go elephants, the guy next to me goes archers, and the 2 guys on the other side, they do whatever they want. But they usually attack fairly early. They usually attack in feudal age. Mass pikemen and monks could probably 1v4 an elephant rush. Yeah, the thing is, if I have archers helping my elephants, then the monks and the pikemen can't do anything. Right, because the archers pick them up. They pick those guys off really fast. So I'm thinking, maybe you need onagers in there as well to take out the archers? Like, in a 1v1, the pikemen and monks would work if you expect the elephants to be, like, coming really quick. But in 4v4, it's much harder to defend because the elephants have a lot of backup from archers. So we have not encountered any players that know how to fight back against this strategy yet. And we're now at 1800 elo, which is not amazing, but it's also okay. It's not too bad. These big 4v4 games, they're less about individual skill and more about kind of like how well you work as a team. Because a lot of the enemy players, they have really high individual ratings, but as a team, they just fall apart. So anyway, I'm taking a look at what the enemies are doing and getting my elephants ready. This time I built even more houses in front of my gates to make sure there's no repeat of what happened last time, so that there's no chance the enemy can break in. But this time it goes better than last time. The enemy doesn't even try to break in early. Pumping out the elephants. Like, once I start making elephants, it's just like a countdown. I start telling my whole team how many elephants I've got. It's like 2, 4, 6, 8. Alright guys, I've got 10 elephants. Are you ready to go? And then a moment later, we head out. Alright, here we go. Elephant time. See, this is what it looks like when you pull it off properly. 16 elephants. And the archers are somewhere. The archers are over here for some reason. Okay. Anyway, the enemies have made a wall. They're playing defensively, but it's not going to work because elephants destroy buildings very fast. Here we go. These enemy archers can't do anything to the elephants. And the elephants are like, no, we're going straight for your base. Let us in. They destroy the gate in about 4 seconds. Those archers just stand around waiting for the elephants to come up to them. They're not being controlled very well. Oh, I think in this match we found out that the player right next to me was the weakest player of the whole team, so he was very unlucky. Like, the weakest player had to defend against our main attack. Anyway, here we go. This is what the elephants do. They get to this town center, and it does not last long at all. They've even got a few spearmen, but it's not enough. To fight the elephants with spearmen, you would probably need to have almost twice as many spearmen as I have elephants. So you'd probably need like 30 spearmen here to fight them off. And I don't think anyone's going to commit to making an army full of nothing but spearmen this early in the game, you know? A few monks thrown in there would help as well, but not if I have archer backup. Archers can pick all of those things off easily. Alright, let's fast forward onto the next base. Oh yeah, these archers also destroy buildings pretty fast if they're in a large group. So the archers destroyed that gate pretty much before my elephants even got there. And here we go. Next player on the list gets a taste of elephants. Let's speed that up a bit. And he calls the game. He surrenders. But wait. He says GG, but he doesn't actually surrender. He keeps playing. It was a trick. I destroy his town center, and I'm like, does he have another one? Yeah, he does, right there. Oh, and it's over. They all surrendered. There's not much he can do. So far we've tried this strategy 5 times, and every time we won pretty easily. So we're not sure like what the other team can actually do against it. We haven't seen anyone fight back properly yet. Maybe it's overpowered. Maybe elephants truly are like the best units. And elephants have been nerfed a few months ago. They used to be stronger, but they've made them a bit weaker. Alright, let's see. I think I have one more fun game that's worth showing off. It's a Nomad map. Where is it? Let's see. It's 2v2. I think this is the one here. Yeah, I think that's the one. So in Nomad, you all start in random locations with no town center and only 3 villagers. So what you want to do is you want to pick a location that has a lot of resources and you want to start your base there. But you have no idea where the enemies are going to put their bases, so what happens a lot of the time is you end up putting your base right next to the enemy base, and then things get really interesting. And that's exactly what happens in this game. So my villagers, these guys, I decide to set up camp here because there's gold and stone and wood and lots of deer and sheep. Seems like a good place. Meanwhile, my enemy is right over here. He's so close. And over here, my other enemy. Both my enemies, they're so close to my base. Look, they're on the same screen. And my ally, who's my brother, he's down here. So we all ended up really close to each other. So that's gonna make for a pretty interesting game. So for this, I'm gonna show it from Yellow's point of view. So you can see, wait, do I want to show it from Yellow's point of view? I'll show you later, actually. I'll show it from mine for now. So what happens here is, I think I figure out quite early that Yellow is close to me because I see that he's been scouting with his animals and he sends a sheep into my base. And if a random, if an enemy sheep walks into your base, that means your enemy is really nearby. Because players usually don't scout with their animals very far. So I'm thinking, yeah, I better wall off just in case. But over here I notice, do I notice something? No, I don't. I'm just building my wall. No, I'm not. What's happening? Okay, I guess I don't build the wall. Maybe that happens later. Anyway, at least I'm walled off on this side. Okay, I'm going for these berries. That's why I stopped building the wall. But what I realized pretty soon is, what's this? There's a yellow house here? And I realize, oh no. I think there's going to be a fight over these berries. So I'm thinking, you know what? Why play the game normally when I can just go harass my opponent with villagers? So let's fast forward. There we go. Enemy villager. What are they gonna do? I think they've spotted me as well. So if we go to his point of view, yeah, he's just noticed that I have built my mill here. So this is what his base looks like. He's got the water on one side, and the other side he realizes, I'm here. So he wants to get this gold, and he probably wants to build an army really early, maybe even in the Dark Age, because he realizes how close he is to me. But I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna let you do that. I'm gonna build a wall around your gold. He put a house here to stop me. I'm thinking, nope, nope, I don't care. This is just how I play the game now, you know. I don't care about playing normally. I just send my villagers in Dark Age. He's got the militia out. Okay. I'm still trying to build walls around his gold. The militia is pretty useless. I mean, check this out. What's the militia gonna do? Militia going down. I lost a villager. That's not actually a very good trade. A villager is worth more than a militia. Oh, look! Where are these guys going? What are they gonna do? He's sending 6 villagers to attack 2, so that's 7 actually. Look, they're just wasting their time. They should be collecting resources. Look at what is this? What a way to play a game, huh? Oh, look, they're building a mill too. They're gonna fight me for the berries. Like, no, you want those berry bushes? We're gonna take those berry bushes. What is green doing? Oh, okay, let's take a look. Meanwhile, green is just playing the game normally. See, he's got barracks full of dudes. He's sending it. Okay, he's sending militia in. Meanwhile, red is not right next to green. I don't think they know that they're so close to each other yet. I don't think they found each other. Meanwhile, me and yellow have been having this villager fight over here, and then green's militia come to back me up. And yeah, yellow does not see them coming until now. If they got here a bit sooner, they could have taken out the villager getting the boar. But they were too slow. I mean, what is this? How do you play like this? How do you think yellow feels right now? On one side, he's right next to me, and on the other side, he's got green militia running around, which have now just been upgraded to man-at-arms. Still, there's nothing really they can do. Like, at least yellow's walled off on this side pretty well. Oh, here we go. Yellow now sees the error of his ways. He learns never to try to take my berries. Red's fishing all the way over here, even though his base is over here. Yellow is calling for backup. I'm over here. Look at this. My guys, they're making a wall so that yellow can't leave his base. Meanwhile, what's Red doing? Red's not really doing anything. He has only villagers. He has no army. Wait, what is this? He almost walked into my base and then changed his mind? Okay. Oh, here's something funny that happens. These red villagers, I try to trap them, but it doesn't work. They're too fast. But they show up, and I guess they're trying to help yellow, but what are they doing? They run into the man-at-arms. They run away. And that's that. They don't get anything done. Look, they're just getting chased around the map. Okay. Okay, look. They split up. 2 villagers went that way and 2 villagers went this way, and now they're building a watchtower. They think they're gonna get away with that, but here come the men-at-arms. And this tower is just about to go up, and... oh no! No, it didn't go up. That must have been disappointing. Alright, so on the scoreboard you can see the enemy is a little bit behind, but not too bad. All we really have are a small army of men-at-arms, which really aren't that good. And now the archers are coming out. they could be picked away quite easily. But nope, this guy's not paying attention and his archers die. Oops. But you might be tempted to think that green is doing all the work here and I'm doing nothing. And that's pretty much true. As you can see, I've not really contributed anything so far, except for building a wall in Yellow's base to annoy him. So far it's green doing all the heavy lifting. This is, yeah, okay, my brother's actually playing as Japanese, but he does play as Slavs quite a lot. He likes Slav infantry. Chasing down the archers. Oh, also attacking red. Meanwhile, in my base, nothing is really happening. I have not created a single military unit, and guess what? I don't plan on making any military. I got to Castle Age first, and I think, you know, what other shenanigans can I pull? I don't want to build an army, you know, maybe I'll build a castle? Because I like building castles? Oh, red's fighting back. Now he's got a small army as well. Yellow's fighting back, trying to destroy my houses. He's really annoyed about those houses, huh? Red's trying to destroy this barracks. So they're fighting back, but they're not really doing much damage. They're attacking fairly low value targets. And here we go. This is where I decide I'm gonna build a surprise castle right at the edge of my base. And there's archers already there, but they've made a huge mistake. They didn't get their archer upgrades. Look, these archers have no upgrades, and they're not doing a lot of damage to my villagers. Look at this huge army of archers, and they can't stop this castle from going up. I mean, look at this. Oh. Oh, is it gonna go up? There we go. Like, there is no excuses. If they had any upgrades at all, then that castle would not have went up. And look, the castle is destroying them. Look at all these dead archers. So that was a pretty good move. It was really risky. Like, I gambled a lot of villagers there, but it paid off. I mean, there was no way that castle wasn't going to go up, because I could have just sent more villagers there to finish it if those ones were killed. And that gives Green's army the big advantage here against Red. And look, I just sent my villagers to fight, you know? I don't have an army, I don't need one. Just go fight with villagers, man. Look, check this out. Look, enemy gold? I don't mind if I do, I'll just take it. And this one knight shows up. That is really bad luck. This one knight just happens to be riding around here. Just when I want to steal the enemy's gold. Very annoying. Look, men-at-arms show up, and we take care of the knight. He causes a lot of trouble. But who cares? In the end, I get the gold. I mean, that's how it's done, really, you know? Like, this game's not really about armies, it's more about villagers. If you want to win the game, you just send the villagers directly into the enemy base to collect gold. That's how it's done. Oh, I totally didn't realize that Yellow's army broke into my base. I didn't see this for a long time. And then I looked back, I'm like, what? Why is Yellow everywhere in my base? When did this happen? Luckily, the Yellow army doesn't really do that much damage. They don't really manage to pick off too many of my villagers. I mean, look at this. You know, I just go grab the stone. I don't care. Green's army is coming here to kill these guys. Or no, I guess he didn't see them. Oh, yeah, I didn't even realize. I'm building a town center over here. My villagers that were collecting gold, I decided to make a new base just in case my main base goes down. Just in case I can't stop the Yellow army, I decided to make a new base here. But I didn't even know that this was here. I accidentally just made my base next to Red's town center again. Like, this whole match is so close. Meanwhile, I'm just building a wall around these scouts to make sure they can't get in. Like, he's obviously not paying attention to what they're doing, so, you know, I'll just stop them over there. And these archers, look, they're building a castle in my base, as if I even care. These guys, they're attacking me as if I even care about my base. I'm building a new base over here. I don't even care about my old one anymore. I mean, look, all of my villagers, they're like, nah, we're just leaving. We're just migrating over here. We're going right through Red's base. Look, he's got archers right here. He could have been killing off my villagers if he saw them, but look, no. He didn't see them. I just walked right into his base, no problem. Oh, and here, Red starts building houses, and that's, I think, when he discovers that I'm already here. I don't think he actually knew before then. Because, let's see, what does Red see? This is what Red sees. Red does not know that I have a town center here. Oh, he just found it. And that's when I start to attack with my villagers. In retrospect, I should have probably garrisoned them in the town center much earlier. There we go. That villager goes down. This one's gonna go down. Meanwhile, Red's old base is going down. Yellow's got this army, and he's attacking my old base, but I don't really care. Like, that is of no consequence to me. Because I'm over here, like, messing with Red. Yellow's villagers are just standing around, not doing anything. He's probably distracted. Oh, he's attacking Green. Ouch. Oh, look at that army. Here we go. Ouch. Well, Yellow's out of there. Meanwhile, I've built another castle. I think Red's not too happy about it. Look, he's running away. He's running away, and I'm trying to build another town center. And I can't, because Red's standing on it. Look, I can't do it. Get off. Move the Red villagers. Get them out of the way. And they're gone. Okay. See, that was an accident as well. I just happened to keep building my base exactly where Red is doing the same thing. Meanwhile, Yellow's still attacking my old base. I have nothing here. I'm not even defending it anymore. Look, I'm just chopping wood. I don't even care if anyone's attacking here. Like, this is where I live now. This is my new base. Look, what is this? I made Arambai. These are my first 3 military units. In this whole game, this is my army. This is all I've made so far. Look, I have 4 now. I've played this whole game without an army until now. And look, guess what? This is where it happens. GG. The game is over. As soon as I built my army, the game ended. That's just how it goes. The key to winning is to attack with your villagers. You learned that today. You haven't seen this game in a long time? Oh yeah, it's a very old game, but it's still really popular. The new remake, Definitive Edition, is getting a lot of attention. A lot of people are really hyped about it. Am I Persian? No, actually, this time I played as Burmese. Oh, this was actually, I believe this was random civilizations. We picked random civs for this match. So I got Burmese, and I don't know how to play as Burmese. I don't know what they have, so that's why I played so strangely. And my brother got Japanese, and that's okay for him because he likes infantry. So he knew what to do. But yeah, so yeah, whole game without any army. I built an army just at the end. That's gotta be something special, right? How often does that happen? Are the Arambai... No, Arambai don't throw rocks, they throw darts. Yeah, they're the horsemen that throw darts, which is kind of funny. But yeah, that's how I've been playing Age of Empires lately. I stopped playing like normally a week or 2 ago, and now every time I play, I just try out a stupid strategy, and usually it's pretty funny. Like even if I don't win, it's still hilarious watching people react to weird shenanigans. Whoa. But yeah, I've played over 400 hours of this game now, and I'm still not getting bored. Like, it's still interesting. Every time I play it, I still find out something new. I mean, they look ball-shaped, but they are darts. If you look up Arambai, it's a type of dart. Anyway, how long has this stream been going? 1.5 hours? That seems like it's been long enough. It's not had a lot of viewers, though. I think people aren't very interested in watching me play Age of Empires. Like, out of all the games that I stream, I think Age of Empires gets the least amount of views. I don't know if that's because I've done it a few times now, or because it's just not that fun to watch if you don't know what's happening. But if you have played it before, it's a lot of fun to watch. Like if you go at the YouTube channel T90, he features a lot of really interesting games, both from professional players and also from kind of like lower down players. He does a series called Low Elo Legends, which is very entertaining matches played by kind of weaker players. So those are worth watching for sure, if you kind of want to see how much fun you can have, even if you're not that good at the game. But yeah, I mean, playing ranked is pretty tough. Like the bar is set really high. Everyone's been playing this game for decades already, and they're all pretty good at it. But even if you stick with it and you're not very good, you can still have a lot of fun just playing with casual players or against the CPU. Just stream whatever I want and the viewers will come. Yeah, maybe they will, maybe they won't. A lot of people just prefer when I stream my own games, and I do plan on doing that eventually when I have something that I need to play through. When the EBF collection's almost done, I'm gonna have to play through everything to test it, and that might be worth streaming, but not yet. It's not ready. Maybe in a month or 2. Anyway, that's enough Age of Empires for now. And I guess that's the end of the stream. Oh, someone's got a question. Do I still enjoy games even though I'm a game designer? Sometimes, like, depends on the game. Like, there has been some games that I kind of looked at, like, from how hard would it be to make this game kind of point of view. And that can be a bit distracting sometimes. And there's a lot of games where, especially open world games, that I don't play them properly because I just want to mess around and test the limits of how the game was programmed. So if I play something like The Witcher, I just like run into the forest and mess around and kind of just out of curiosity. I don't want to play the game as if I'm actually in the world. I just want to play the game as if to see what has this game actually been programmed to let me do. So in that sense, I kind of ruin that kind of game for myself. But other types of games, it just doesn't really matter at all. Like I just don't. I'm not really interested in like testing the boundaries of how the game was made at all. Oh, Skyrim was funny. I played Skyrim for about half an hour, and then I got stuck behind a piece of furniture, and that was it. That was the end of the game. I glitched into some furniture, and I couldn't get out. And I was like, okay, I'm done with Skyrim. I know a lot of people love this game, but half an hour is enough for me. Never make a Doom clone, but I like Doom. I don't know how to make first-person shooters, though. I haven't made any 3D games, so I have no idea how to do that. But if I did make a 3D game, which I'm not going to, but if I did, then Doom would probably be a fun one to do. Anyway, that's that. I'm gonna go do who knows what. I'm gonna go fall asleep. Alright guys, that's the stream over. No idea when I'm gonna stream next. It'll be a surprise, just like every other stream. And the game that I'm streaming will also be a surprise. It'll just be whatever I'm playing at the time. So, see you later, I guess. Oh, and remember to go buy Epic Battle Fantasy V on Steam. Because, surprise, this was actually just a marketing video for my games. So, go send me money on Steam. Bye.